Welcome back to the classroom and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we are going to go over the features of the EZ Peezy Forex Signals indicator. We are looking at the Explorer version. Now, the Explorer version has a couple more features than the free version. One being an extra target. So instead of just having TP1, there's a TP2. And you also have the ability to add alerts, right? And if you're using this on a lower time frame, that's where you're going to want to add the alert feature. If you're using it on a daily time frame, you really don't need the alert feature. But that's those are the differences between the two indicators. So we're going to go over a little bit of what this indicator provides, and in the next few videos I'm going to break down each piece. Okay, so this video won't be so long. So first of all, it's a signals indicator, so it's providing signals. These signals are based off of ATRs, right? So you have an ATR number 1 and an ATR number 2. Okay, you can use the signals as entries. You can actually enter when you get the signals, or you can use them as a confirmation, right? Confirmation to start looking for to enter in that direction potentially, right? Based on your algorithm, based on what other features you're using, like what other indicators you're using, I'm sorry, that will help you determine whether you should enter. If you are a part of the Easy Peasy Trading Classroom, you guys get a trend meter to help you validate your signals, right? And depending on the time frame, depending on what you're looking at, what you need, the trend, depending on how you set your trend meter up, the signals will help confirm your entries. Okay, and it also show you guys how to get in on the pullbacks, right? So you guys are going to use it a little bit differently, but still this video is important for you guys to watch so that you can get an overall idea of what you have, right? The tools that are built in. So the first tool we're going to look at is this position size tool, this position tool right here. This and this table, this all works together for you guys based on the signals, right? So if I double click on this, I'll show you what I mean. There's a built-in calculator here that you will update before each trade or after each trade, but you always got to update your balance, right? So that your calculator can give you the right lot size or position size. Okay, so it provides you with a balance area. You can put in your risk. If you're not trading forex and you need to use contract size instead, you would just use the contract size. All of that information will populate right here, based on what you need, right? So account balance is going to give you what you're saying your risk is, and it's going to tell you what that is in dollar amount. Okay, and you are have the ability to uncheck this. What that means is, let's say you're not using the signals, but you want to still, you need the calculator portion. You would uncheck that. You would put in your stop size, and you would want to put in your entry price, right? So let's say your stop size is 100 pips. Then you want to put that in here, and then you want to change this to price, and then you're going to want to put in whatever your entry price is, so that the calculator can act right, can give you the right information. So if you're not using it as a signals, you're going to need to make sure you change anything that says auto to price. Okay, so and then you need to input that price. Otherwise, if you leave it on auto, it's going to automatically follow the signals. Okay. And then for the take profit and stop loss, this is what's giving you this part right here. Okay, so right now the stop loss is in on auto mode, and it's following ATR number 1. So this right here just crossed ATR number 1, so it's giving you the stop loss that is 1 ATR away from this entry. Okay, and that 1 ATR is based off all the settings of what I said, the ATR number, like ATR trend line settings. It's 1, right? ATR multiplies 1, so we're saying 1 ATR away. So that's why the stop loss is 1 ATR away, because it's based on auto, whatever we have in settings for this. If the stop loss, you put it on ATR number 2, then of course that's going to mess it up because it has not crossed ATR number 2 yet, and you don't have an entry yet. Once it crosses ATR number 2, you'll see everything will adjust. See, this is all messed up, but once we have a cross ATR number 2, watch, see, now the calculator is position tool, I'm sorry, is showing you the right information. It's telling you that 2 ATRs away, it's right here, because ATR number 2 is based on that. Okay, so you want to choose whichever one. If you're waiting for this one to be crossed, you want to use that as your entry, as your stop loss, you're going to have to adjust that. Okay, so play with that, see if that works for you. But basically, it's just giving you automatically calculating it for you, and it's also giving you the option to do it manually. Okay. TP1 is saying if it's one and it's on auto, it's saying 1 times your stop. TP2 is saying 2 times your stop. If you guys want to base it off ATR, then you can use the ATR as your stop loss, and then whatever your setting is. So let's say you're trading, you want to take profit 1 ATR away. Well, then keep this as 1, and this one is 2 ATRs away, right? If you say you want to take profit at 1.5 ATR, and you want to take profit 2 at 2.5 ATR, then that's what this will look like here. Entry is 1.5 ATR. So 1.5 times the ATR here, 2.5 times the ATR is here. Okay. So that's how you would use this. Again, I'm going to break it down a little bit more detailed in a separate video, but I'm going to make this a 2 so you guys have an idea, right? You can also show and hide signals. You can show and hide the position tool. That's this tool right here. Make it go away if you would like. And you can put it back on your chart as you need. You can change the colors of this position tool. You can show and hide this information table. All right. You can also move it around. Let's say you want to put it at the top right. It'll go up here. Right. You can also change the size of the text. Right. You can change the size of the text. I'm going to make it bigger because I can't see that. But that's so if you want using it on mobile devices and you want to be smaller. On the Explorer version, you're not able to do using any filters. So this won't work for the Explorer version, but on the next upgraded version, the $19.99 a month version, you guys are able to apply filters, okay? As far as the ATR trend line setting, so you have two indicators built inside of this. So besides the tools, you have 2 indicators. And the first indicator I mentioned earlier is ATR number 1, right? And that's this thin line right here, okay? That indicator, you can, if you trade it, if you say trade it, then you are saying you want the position tool to follow it. So if I uncheck it, if I go back, this is where we were originally. If you ever see this and you say, wait a minute, it's not following my signals, you may have not activated it. You need to go back inside and you need to turn it on. You need to tell it to trade it, then it's going to recognize it. That's what that means, okay? You can also show the signals or not. And so if you uncheck it, the actual buy and sell letters B and S go away. You can also show or hide the actual ATR itself, depending on how you're using it, right? If it's just a confirmation number, you know that price is going to start going long and you're not really going to get in, then you may not want to show it. If you are using it to get in and you want to actually use it as a trailing stop, you definitely want to show it, right? So it just depends on how you want to use it. And this is how you want to, do you want your ATR to be 1 behind? You want to trail by 1? You want to trail by 2? Now, or 3, if you change this, so will your buy and sell signals if you're basing it off the ATR, right? So let's say you change this to a 2. I just want to show you that real quick. And we'll go in more detail in the separate video. But let's say you change it to a 2. So now notice how the buy signal moved from here to here. And it's actually lined up with the long bias and short bias. Okay. So it's following the signal. Since it's on auto, it's following ATR number 1, right? It's assuming that you're using the first one as your entry, your baseline cross, or how you want to use it. And in ATR number 2 is the same thing. You can activate it or deactivate it, same thing. So let me show you that. If I go here, even though this is a long bias, it's a flip, it crossed ATR number 2, you didn't tell it to activate that, so it's not going to use it, it's not going to follow it, right? It's still there, but it's not going to follow it. So you're going to have to do this to turn on that feature. And now it's going to give you, if you want to enter here, then you would buy here and your stop loss will be here. And you can also change this as well to how big, like let's say you want to make it 5, let's say you want to make it 5 away. It'll look like that. So with that being the case, you will not get a signal until it crosses this. If you also want to trade this, you won't get a new signal. All right, so those are the main features. That's the main thing. Over here, again, you can just, it's pretty much self-explanatory, but you can see your entry price, your stop price, if you put it into your MetaTrader 4, your TP1, your TP2 price. You also have your lot size and your unit sizes, especially if you're trading where you need to input your unit size. So that's it for this video. In the next video, we are going to actually break down this calculator and the position tool. We're going to break that down even more to show you how you can use this to help make your trading easy, right? So this is all we have for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.